The 1982 1-cent coin holds a unique place in numismatic history due to its transitional status. Prior to 1982, the U.S. Mint produced pennies primarily from bronze, a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, rising copper prices led the mint to explore cost-saving alternatives. In 1982, the composition was changed to copper-plated zinc, with a core made of 99.2% zinc and a thin outer layer of 2.5% copper. This shift marked the end of an era, as it was the first major change in the penny's composition since its inception in 1793. The 1982 1-cent coin can be found in two varieties, the copper composition and the zinc composition. The copper version weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, while the zinc version weighs 2.5 grams and has the same diameter. The easiest way to distinguish between the two is by their weight. However, the date alone is not always sufficient to determine the composition, as both types were minted in 1982. In terms of value, the 1982 penny's worth depends on its condition, rarity, and composition. Copper 1982 pennies, being composed mainly of copper, are sought after by collectors and investors due to the intrinsic value of the metal. As of current date, the copper in a 1982 penny is worth more than 1 cent, so these coins are often hoarded or melted down for their metal content. On the other hand, zinc 1982 pennies, while still collectible, generally have a lower numismatic value because their intrinsic metal value is negligible. However, some collectors still seek out zinc 1982 pennies, especially those in pristine condition or with mint errors. When assessing the value of a 1982 1-cent coin, factors such as its mint mark, condition, graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and any unique features or errors play a significant role. Coins with mint errors, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks, can fetch higher prices among collectors due to their rarity and uniqueness. In conclusion, the 1982 1-cent coin holds historical significance as the transition point in the penny's composition, making it a notable collectible for numismatists. Its value varies depending on factors such as composition, condition, and any unique features or errors. Whether you're a collector, investor, or simply curious about numismatics, the 1982 penny offers an intriguing glimpse into the evolving landscape of U.S. coinage. 1. Examine the date. Large date, the 2 in 1982, is broad and curves down more distinctly. Small date, the 2 is more delicate, with less pronounced curves and a more compact appearance. 2. Weigh the coin. Copper cents, weigh around 3.11 grams. Zinc cents, weigh around 2.5 grams. Using these methods, collectors can distinguish between the 4 varieties of the 1982 D-Lincoln cent minting and production. In 1982, the Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents. However, due to the transition in metal composition, the exact mintage numbers for each variety are not well documented. The overall production for 1982 Lincoln cents was substantial, contributing to their commonality in circulation. Collecting the 1982 D-Lincoln cent. Collecting the 1982 D-Lincoln cent can be an engaging pursuit due to the variety and transitional nature of the coins. Here are some tips for collectors. 1. Acquire a scale. A precise scale is crucial for distinguishing between copper and zinc cents. 2. Use magnification. A magnifying glass or microscope helps in identifying the date typography. 3. Organize by variety. Create a systematic approach to categorize and store each variety. Value of the 1982 D-Lincoln cent. The value of a 1982 D-Lincoln cent depends on its variety, condition, and market demand. Here is a breakdown of the estimated values. 1. 1982 D small date copper. Circulated, typically worth around 1 cent to 10 cents. Uncirculated, can range from 10 cents to $1 or more, depending on the grade. 2. 1982 D small date zinc. Circulated, generally worth face value, 1 cent, to a few cents. Uncirculated, values range from 10 cents to $1 or more, depending on the grade. 3. 1982 D large date copper. Circulated, worth around 1 cent to 10 cents. Uncirculated, typically ranges from 10 cents to $1 or more, depending on the grade. 4. 1982 D large date zinc. Circulated, worth face value, 1 cent, to a few cents. Uncirculated, values range from 10 cents to $1 or more, depending on the grade. Note, exceptional specimens with high grades from professional grading services, like PCGS or NGC, can fetch higher prices at auctions or among collectors. Factors influencing value. Several factors influence the value of the 1982 D Lincoln cent. 1. Condition. Coins in better condition, higher grades, are generally more valuable. 2. Rarity. Varieties with lower mintage or fewer surviving specimens in high grades are more valuable. 3. Market demand. The popularity of Lincoln cents among collectors can drive up prices. 4. Errors and varieties. Coins with mint errors or unique varieties can be worth significantly more. Pre-1982 era. Composition. Prior to 1982, 1-cent coins, commonly known as pennies, were primarily composed of bronze, a mixture of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition had remained relatively consistent since the inception of the 1-cent coin in 1793. Design. Throughout its history, the 1-cent coin featured iconic designs, including the Liberty Head, Indian Head, and Lincoln Memorial designs. Factors leading to change. Rising copper prices. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, the price of copper experienced significant fluctuations, ultimately leading to a sharp increase in its value. This rise in copper prices prompted the United States Mint to re-evaluate the composition of the 1-cent coin. Cost of production. The cost of producing the 1-cent coin began to exceed its face value, raising concerns about the coin's viability. The Mint faced pressure to find a cost-effective solution without compromising the coin's integrity. Transition to the copper-plated zinc composition. In response to these challenges, the United States Mint made a historic decision to change the composition of the 1-cent coin. The transition occurred in 1982, marking a significant departure from the traditional bronze composition. New composition. The new composition featured a core made primarily of zinc, with a thin outer layer of copper. Specifically, the composition consisted of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This copper-plated zinc composition aimed to reduce production costs while maintaining the appearance and functionality of the coin. 2 varieties. During the transition year of 1982, the Mint produced 2 distinct varieties of the 1-cent coin, the copper composition and the zinc composition. This dual production resulted in coins with varying intrinsic values and physical characteristics. Identification and differentiation. Weight and diameter. The 2 varieties of 1982 1-cent coins can be distinguished based on their weight and diameter. The copper version weighs 3.11 grams, while the zinc version weighs 2.5 grams. Both varieties share the same diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Magnet test. Another method of differentiating between the copper and zinc varieties involves conducting a magnet test. Copper is not magnetic, while zinc is mildly magnetic. Therefore, a copper 1982 penny will not be attracted to a magnet, whereas a zinc penny will exhibit some magnetic properties. Coins that are part of a complete collection or specific series can sometimes fetch higher prices due to collector interest. 4. Mint errors. Coins with notable mint errors, e.g., off-center strikes, double dies, can be worth significantly more than their regular counterparts. These errors are rare and can attract interest from specialized collectors. Investing and collecting tips. Authentication and grading. For coins believed to be in high-grade or potentially valuable varieties, professional grading can authenticate and assess their condition, often enhancing their market value. Proper storage. To preserve the condition of these coins, store them in a dry, stable environment, preferably in protective holders that prevent contact and abrasion. Market trends. Stay informed about market trends and values through numismatic guides, auction results, and dealer listings. Conclusion. The 1982 D. Lincoln cent, particularly in its various forms, offers collectors an interesting piece of numismatic history. While most of these coins are modestly valued in circulated condition, uncirculated and high-grade examples, especially those certified by professional grading services, can be worth more. Understanding the varieties and maintaining the coin's condition are key to maximizing their value.